10:02 here on your Tuesday, August 12th. You're rocking and riding with Downtown. I'm your host, Downtown Nate Brown, holding down these 10 to 2 hours here on Rock 105. And coming up right here, folks, we have got a very, very special guest. We've got Mike Mushok from Stained. He is their lead guitarist. Mike, how are we doing today, buddy?
It's going really well. How are you doing?
Oh, doing great. So, I mean, you guys are starting your tour in Durant on September 5th. When you guys go out on stage to kick off the tour, what's it like to hear and see all the fans in the crowd?
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's great. I mean, when you're on the road, it's funny. Like I have friends and they joke like, oh, you don't punch a clock. I'm like, what are you talking about? I work 75 minutes a day, like 4 or 5 days a week, like 8-10 weeks a year, So, and it's that time that's really the best time, like what you said, like when when you first start and, people are there, and I'm just super thankful that we're still able to do this and people are coming out, and we're, it's great to be playing these songs again. I mean, we had a minute where, Aaron was pursuing his country career, which he still does, and super successful with that, but it's just great to be doing Stained again and great to be out there playing these songs and, stoked for the show.
And back when you guys started the band back in 95, did you ever think it was going to grow into what it has today?
I mean, no. I mean, and it's funny. I mean, you look back, and I remember back then thinking, I think I was talking about like Aerosmith. I'm like, oh, those guys are like in their 50s, and they're still. And like, well, guess what? Here I am, so thankful to be doing it. You know what I mean? So no, you don't know. There was just so many, different what felt like tests along the way to kind of get to where we are, and it's been a great ride, that's for sure.
And for those who haven't had a chance to attend a Stained concert before, what kind of show can fans expect?
So, I mean, listen, we just go out there. We're pretty true to the music. We try to put on the best show that we can. Hopefully a good light show. There's LED screen and, stuff to go along with it. And hopefully just some great music. And, we do our best to put on the best show that we can.
And you mentioned it's been a little while, not to quote one of the songs, but what's it like being on tour, getting to travel the country and really travel the world sometimes?
Yeah, no, it's great. And like I said, I feel super fortunate to be doing what we're doing and very thankful to be doing it. That being said, I mean, it's a lot of downtime. I mean, we're on stage for whatever, an hour, 15 hour, 20, whatever it is, a night. And the rest of the time's kind of yourself. And, having done this for a while, I mean, I've actually kind of used the time and work and write and try to work on songs and, working on new music. I've also been fortunate that the last couple of tours, my son's been off. He's come out with me, which has been great, to have him along and, showing him some of the cities around the country. And, that's been a great experience. But I mean, it's tiring too. I mean, all the travel, I get home and it's like, you need a few days to kind of catch up. So, but listen, no complaints. And like I said, just super thankful to still be doing it.
Absolutely. And through everything, is there a certain show or a certain moment you just mentioned being able to bring your son on the tour? Is there a certain show or a certain moment that stands out to you as your favorite memory during your time with Stained?
Oh, boy. I mean, honestly, the one thing that always stands out is, and it's kind of like, I feel like the pinnacle for us was when that first week when Break the Cycle came out, and it sold 716,000 records in a week, you know what I mean? And it was number one. And that always kind of stands out to me, like, you talk about things that you don't think you'll ever achieve. And that was definitely one of them that I, never expected. And, I guess just super thankful, and it definitely stands out.
Well, and you just mentioned that record taking off and selling over 700,000 copies in the first week. What's that feeling like whenever one of your songs or one of your albums really takes off?
You know, I mean, it's changed so much, the landscape from when we started to where it is now. I just don't. I mean, you know what? Taylor Swift just announced a new record. I mean, I don't think her record will sell 700,000 records in a week. I just don't think nobody buys records anymore. You know what I mean? There are people, and listen, I'm sure it's going to be number one, and it's going to stay there forever, and it's going to be huge. But it's just a different time and a different era, and things have changed. You know, so I don't even know what the question was, where I was going, other than
it's okay.
Yeah,
just what's it like whenever one of those records or one of your songs really takes off?
Oh, yeah, listen, it's great. I mean, listen, we were fortunate. You know, I think one thing that, you know, we've always done is, you know, you have to try to be true to yourself. So when you go to write a record, you have to be, you know, happy with what it is, and you have to be proud of it and, you know, feel that it's ready to come out. And I always say, you know, we've just been fortunate that the music that we write and come up with, you know, it's connected with people, and Dave liked it as well. And, you know, that's kind of what's kept us going, is that connection. You know, so when that actually happens and it, you know, it proves true, and you have a song that does great and it connects to people, I mean, that's really the goal, right? I mean, you know, to be able to continue, you know, your career. I mean, mine was always to make a living playing my own music. That's what I always said, you know, kind of growing up, and, you know, to be able to achieve that's has been great, you know, so.
Well, yeah. And is there any favorite song or album that you've been a part of that you guys have released?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've been proud of all of them, you know. I was super happy with the last record we just put out, Confessions of the Fallen. You know, it's been a couple of years at this point. But, you know, going in to make that, we hadn't written together in, it was over 10 years, you know, so there was some anxiety kind of figuring out what that was going to be, and, you know, it turned out to work out great, and we kind of just fell right back into it, and, you know, super happy with that record. But listen, all of them have, you know, a lot of work went into all of them, right. That's for sure, you know. So it's just cool to you know, have that catalog for sure.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Listen, I think I've said a few times, I'm just super thankful for all the fans, and I hope you guys can, you know, come out, check out the show, and yeah, just very thankful to still be here doing it, and grateful for the people that have allowed us to do that and still be here and doing it.
That's right. You can catch Stained in the Choctaw Grand Theater in Durant on September 5th. September 6th, you can go up to the Osage Casino Skyline Event Center in Tulsa. And September 7th, Lucky Star Amphitheater in El Reno. If you're around here, you have got to go see these folks. They put on a great show. Mike, thank you so much for coming on the show and allowing us to interview you today.
Yeah, Nate, thank you. I really appreciate the support.